Hello, today I wanted to talk about a condition that I was actually diagnosed with right before my heart surgery. That's hypothyroidism. I was diagnosed with that, like I said, right before my heart surgery, and it's been tough. That's been a hard road. I started on levothyroxine right before my heart surgery, and they started me off with a low dose of that, and then they slowly increase your dose. So they keep an eye on your thyroid levels, and then they start you on a low dose, then they check your thyroid levels, and then they increase your dose if it's not good, if they're still low. So I was on that for a while and it was still not doing anything. I was still having trouble getting out of bed. I had my heart surgery, and they just kept increasing the dose. And I ended up getting on a really high dose of levothyroxine. I cannot remember the dose of it. And it was still not doing anything. I was still having all the symptoms of hypothyroidism, still gaining weight, eating a healthy diet, but yet still gaining tons of weight. Still having trouble getting up in the morning, losing my hair really bad, and it just wasn't doing what it was supposed to. So I talked to my doctor about it, and she ended up talking to me about how, sometimes the generics have different additives, even though they still have the exact same active ingredient. So she switched me to the name brand, and that was Synthroid. So I started taking Synthroid. We started at a low dose of that, and then started checking my thyroid levels. Again, same process, and I got on a high dose of that, and I still was feeling terrible. I think I got up to 120 micrograms of that, still feeling terrible, still having trouble getting out of bed, still tons of weight gain, and I ended up getting to like a certain weight and just stuck there. Could not lose anything, no matter exercise that I could do, diets that I tried, anything, nothing was helping. And they told me once I had this that I might gain weight while they were trying to get the dosage correct, and then I would just see like all this weight just start to melt off of me after they got the dosage correct. But I wasn't seeing that, and the symptoms were still there. So I spoke to my doctor again about everything and how it was just so hard, and still losing my hair, and just in huge chunks. Like when I would brush my hair, I didn't brush my hair after the shower. I combed my hair after the shower. Just losing huge chunks of hair all throughout the day, and especially showering, that kind of thing. So she ended up telling me that Armour thyroid, that a lot of patients that can't handle Synthroid do well with Armour thyroid. So we switched to that. I ended up, same thing, low dose, checking thyroid levels. That ended up, once I got to a decent dose of that, then I started noticing the weight started to just come off quickly too. And my symptoms started to go away as well. It was starting to get easier to get out of bed. Now, I still do have my extreme fatigue, but the main symptom with hair loss, which just started to stop some. I still do lose hair, and I think that might be with what else is going on with me, but it's not as much as it was. And the weight loss I lost quite a bit of weight in quite a short period of time because, like they said, it just started to melt off of me once I actually got the correct dose, which I take. I believe it's 90 milligrams of the Armour thyroid. So if you are struggling with thyroid issues and the generics don't seem to be working, please talk to your doctor. See if they can get you on the name brand. And if those name brands aren't seeming to work, talk to them about a different type of thyroid medication that might help. The thing with the Armour thyroid for me is that it is not synthetic. So it's actually from like a pig or cow thyroid, and so it's natural, and it works so it helps produce like T3 and T4 hormones in your body, and a lot of people don't know that. So if you struggle still with Synthroid or something that's synthetic, maybe something natural will help. I know with me, a lot of the, synthetic drugs don't really do well with my body. My body doesn't like them as much. So switching to that medication has been such a big change for, my hypothyroidism. So if you are still struggling, even though you're on medication, talk to your doctor. See if there's a different type that, you can take. It is more expensive for me to take the Armour Thyroid, but if I'm taking a medication that works versus one that doesn't even work, it's definitely worth it. So, if you're still struggling, speak with your doctor, see if there's something that they can do, switch your medications around, even if it's just getting the name brand, because for a long time, I had no idea about the additives and how some people's bodies just don't absorb them well with the generics versus the name brands because the additives are different and everybody's body is different. So while it may work great for one person, it may not work great for another. So, just keep advocating for yourself. Don't let them tell you that you're fine and your thyroid levels look fine, because even though my thyroid levels looked okay and were good and were up there, I was not feeling well. And if you're not feeling well, then it's not okay. So don't let them tell you and don't let them push you off. Advocate for yourself. If you have to go see another doctor, do so, please. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.